Okay, so sorry, that was a little awkward intro. um, Welcome to Off the Cuff Podcast. This is a show revolving around good people and good conversations about anything and everything. Today's topic, we're gonna kind of go over. I think we're gonna do something with mental health, maybe like trying to date in the new pandemic, and yeah, some other stuff, some shenanigans. But today we have a special guest. One of my very best friends. Awesome guy, awesome personality. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. This is Zach. Zach, go ahead. Take it away, brother.
Hi, I'm Zach. I am Larry's one of his very best friends, apparently, and I wasn't expecting that. It's an honor. I appreciate that. I just wanted to say you spelled "the" wrong, but that's all I gotta
Oh,
say.
God, man. Is this how this podcast is going to go? You're going to give me
Yes,
shit?
yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
That's his intro.
Yeah.
He picks out my spellings. Um,
No, I'm 25. I, I I've known Larry for uh,
God,
honestly,
what?
how long have I
I
known you
think
for?
it's
Only
got to
like
be what, like, let's say 5, 6 years? Something
5 years,
like
but
that.
we
Yeah.
we've only gotten like close over the last
Yeah,
year or so.
year and a half, something like that.
Um, Yeah, so that's how I know Larry is we know each other through mutual friends, and we got really close over this past year. Um, a lot of similarities that we've gone through too. So I'm looking forward to talking about that a little bit later. But I am engaged to a wonderful woman, and I have a steady job. So life's okay for me at the moment. The world's gone to shit in 2020, but a lot of good has happened to me, and that's selfish, but gotta look at the
Hey,
positives.
look, everything's pretty good. 2020 is not bad. Uh, it could be worse.
Yeah.
We could have COVID. We might have
Hey,
COVID.
I've already had COVID.
Yeah, I have not. Luckily, I have been without COVID. So it
Yeah.
hasn't been
Well,
too terribly bad. I'm trying
well,
to
that's
make
good.
sure we have posted that we are live everywhere. But I do want to say this because this will be posted on Spotify. So for people who listen on Spotify, it's going to be kind of weird, right? Because we're doing this on Twitch. So you're going to hear some interactions. You're probably going to hear me shout out followers or if somebody donates, which 20% of all donations go to the charity of choice of the top donator at the end of the stream. So if you donate, congrats, you get to pick the charity we go to. Um, but yeah, for people on Spotify, the way it works is that we're going to be interacting with chat. Sometimes we'll do this through Twitch. I try to do it every Sunday around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we will go from that. Yeah, donate if you want, follow if you want. We'd love it. We'd love you to interact in the chat. On Spotify, listen, download it, save it, share it. We want to get the word out there. This is a place of, you know, just anything really. We talk about whatever. Hey, Roman, thanks for following, man. So yeah, welcome to the stream and the podcast. We're gonna be doing some funky shit in here, I guess. I guess. Um,
If
I
you
don't know,
donate
man.
enough.
What do you want to start with? We could.
Well, you kind of gave in your
Yeah.
intro on your first episode, you kind of talked about your form of, you know, mental health issue, with your anxiety, your
Right.
derealization is what it's called, right?
Yeah. That's what I live with.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm more than happy to say mine. So one, no one else feels alone because I go through um which my therapist called, which I thought was something else, but seasonal depression. In fact,
My
whenever
boy's got that
it's
seasonal
yeah,
depression.
I got the I got them winter blues, even though I loved wintertime. It's my
Yeah,
favorite time.
same. But also
But
depression.
but but also sad.
Yeah, but
Uh,
also sad.
but yeah, I've been going through that since I was about 13 years old, and I didn't really know what it was. I just know I used to just think it was me getting sad because I had to see family members and my anxiety was killing me. But I'm not an anxious person. I don't get stressed out, and I was just very confused at a young age. My sister is a very hard worker and like this very good student and all this, and I'm just not. So I used to always just get really upset throughout this time of year because whenever we saw all of our family, I'd ask my parents would be talking about my sister, and here I am, probably going to summer school again, and it used to fill me with a lot of dread to go and see my family because I always felt like a failure. I've literally always felt like a failure since the age of 13. Uh,
He's not. but
I know I'm not. I
you're
know I'm not.
not.
Trust me. I know I'm not. I've
Yeah.
made it to 25, and although I do believe it's luck based, but
Hey, look, dude, you and me both, kid. You and me both.
Darwin is up there. Like
Darwin's like
I can't
this.
explain him, dude.
This guy got lucky.
Yeah, I can't explain him. He's beaten my my hypothesis and theory. Um, but like it gets bad, and then sometimes randomly throughout the year it gets bad. I've seen a therapist for it, and I've seen a couple therapists, and it's a shame that a lot of therapy, like I've seen 4 therapists, right? And my biggest pet peeve is that if I go to you twice and you're already shipping off like medication on me, I can't, I'm no longer interested in talking to you about my problems
Right.
because
So
it just kind of feels like you're using me. I know in some cases, and even in my case, I might need the medicine, but don't just take 2 times and write me a prescription. That's not going to fix it in my eyes, you know.
you were offered medicine then.
A couple times.
Yeah. See, I was also, and uh, I did not like it. They
I never took it.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Let's see here. That should be good. That should be better for everybody listening. I feel
Okay.
like he was a little bit low. No, I think like they tried to give me some. I think they tried to give me Zoloft.
Zoloft?
Yeah, Zoloft. Zofran they gave me for like the migraines, but like Zoloft and that stuff, dude, in the first week was bad. The first week
Yeah.
was like horrible, and like a lot of times that doesn't happen, but like there's that fluke. So I agree with you. Like as far as the SSRIs and like the medication goes,
Yeah.
get just like for a week, for the first. I wouldn't even say a week. Like the first couple sessions, 3, 4, 5 sessions, don't try to offer me medicine. Don't immediately be like, hey, look, I understand you're depressed, but like try to take this. It's like, no, just listen. I feel like you're a
Right.
lot like me where it's just, listen to me. That's it.
Well, especially if it's like I'm not this crazy case that, or not crazy. I'm not this extreme case that if you don't prescribe me medicine now, then I might do something drastic. You know, I've never been suicidal, and that's something else I'd like to point out because a lot of people hear depression and they automatically assume suicidal, and it's not the same. I understand why people think that a lot, but I've never once in my 13 years have ever thought of that of committing suicide or anything like that. But so like I'm not one of those cases that might need medicine right away. And 3 of the 4 therapists I've seen literally all of them in the second time I went to go see them at the end of it they said, yeah, I think if you take I don't even remember what they prescribed me because I never went and picked it up.
Did they really?
But yeah,
That's some
they
crazy shit,
they
man.
just kind of I found a good therapist and then and I saw her about 10 times and we talked and that's all we did and she goes, I think if anything light therapy will help you but I don't think you need medicine. I'm like, well, thank you, although yes, that's what I want to hear. I just like the fact that you stuck it out. If she would have told me after that 10th time that hey, you probably do need medicine, I would have taken it,
Right.
you know, because that person took to every, I mean, she was very thorough with everything. And this actually I did this right in the beginning of the pandemic, and I had to do it over it was almost like Zoom, but it was something that their practice had. And even though it was like there needs to be better therapists out there, is what I think.
Right. And I agree with that because like mine
Because
mine does the same
yeah,
thing.
medicine is a great thing, but it's not always necessary. Like just listening and giving your feedback could be a lot, or
It-
or just studying. Like I have people studying who are going to be therapists that like have all these diagnoses. I'm like, just I don't know. I feel like medicine should almost be a last ditch or an extreme measurement. It shouldn't just be shoveled off to everybody.
Well, that's the problem nowadays is like that's what's happening because it gets you out of like I guess I don't want to say responsibility, but it gets
Mhm.
you out of how do I put this? Because I don't want to harp on like the fact that I think psychology alone, even though I see one, is sometimes a sham, depending on
Yeah.
who does it. But like, I also don't want to harp on the fact that like, I want to harp on the fact that they rely on medicine too much. It's the same thing with like ADHD, right? Adderall's great, man. It's awesome. But to have a kid that's like a bad in quotes problem child and you want to blame it on ADHD, same shit, right? Don't just give him the medicine. Like understand
Right.
what's going on in his head, understand what he's doing, and then maybe you'll see. I mean, they are professionals, so like
Yeah.
I can't harp and be like, "Hey, look, um I don't know. I can't just say that they're just giving it out willy-nilly, but I can tell you in the second session I had mine, uh my doctor was like, "Hey, you have severe depression." I mean, I've had the suicidal thoughts, right? I've had that
Right.
for a long time, and
Mhm.
he's tried to prescribe me stuff, not in a mean way, just like, "Hey, look, this might help you out," and it was just very immediate. That shit
Yeah.
kills me, dude. And they're not cheap. The
No.
thing is they're not cheap. That stuff, and this goes for anybody that's like listening or watching, right? That stuff is not cheap at all, um, in any way. It is pretty expensive just overall to deal with medicine, especially in America. Oh my god.
Yeah.
freaking healthcare is so expensive. I went to go get a COVID
Yeah.
test today, right? So I don't have insurance. Didn't realize it. I don't have a job right now. I was on Medicaid, and then because I was on private insurance, I called them and let them know that I didn't need it anymore. And so when I go to reapply, or I should say that I thought it was gonna be reinstated on the 30th, like of November, because end of birth month. Uh, they cut me off, and then I called for the COVID test. Right, it was $1,300. And it's like, dude, what? We're in a global pandemic. Like, what do you mean it's $1,300?
Economy don't stop, boy.
Yeah, apparently economy just does not stop at all. Like, what? You're telling
Yeah.
me in a global pandemic I cannot, like, uh I have to pay that much money? Like, you're crazy, dude.
Right.
You're crazy. I
Yeah.
dude,
That
just
that's a different topic I'd rather not get into.
yeah, but like just generally, just medicine. I'll just put it that
Oh,
way.
oh yeah, medicine in
Medicine in
general is
general
so expensive.
is
I mean,
ridiculous, man.
shit, you want to just talk medicine expensive? Just get my fiance on here. She'll tell you all her
Oh
problems
yeah,
and why
dude.
she can't fix them
Courtney will
because
go into it.
yeah, it's crazy. It is nuts. But another thing that also plays into it, right, is and I've thought about this a lot because
Yeah.
again I've had this thing for now 14 years actually. Now that I think about it, 14 or that I can think of. It's been about 14
Yeah, I
years.
think I started around
Um,
13 or 14 too.
yeah, it really like right before I went into high school, like
Yeah.
things just kind of really, just I was just so disinterested in
What's it
everything
like
because I felt like I was
what's it like
done.
you that I don't want to say you, but I feel like it happened to me and it happens to a lot of people. Was it like
Mhm.
a death that triggered it?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so like mine was. I feel like that's a
Okay.
common statement, but also like going from middle school, I guess, or whatever the foreigners call it. Damn non-Americans.
How,
How dare they? No,
any non-Americans out there?
right. So like the transition of just being like either you were bullied in middle school and then like a transition into high school, or just like because my sister was the same way. Like I love my sister to death, but she is very academic, popular
Yeah.
girl, and I'm not. I think
Right.
my first year of college I got a 1.0, right? A 1.0.
That was me
So
in high school.
yeah, and then in high school, I mean, I wasn't much smarter. I got like a 31 or a 32 on the ACT, I think.
No, you
But like the
got a 28
yeah,
average.
right. But like my GPA was like a 2.1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like
Mine was not. Mine was not.
it wasn't that high.
Dude, I slept in every class.
Oh,
Literally,
come on,
look,
man.
real quick. Side note. Here's my philosophy on school, and all of you
School is
out there.
dumb.
Well, yes, but
School is
let
stupid.
me ask you a question. How many months is a normal school year?
That's what, like 9?
It's 9 months. How much is summer school?
Sarah's a teacher, and Sarah's like the teacher has left the
Sarah,
chat.
I'm breaking this down for you, right? Summer school is 2 months, right? And then 9 months is the normal school year. Okay,
Hmm.
everyone's all hyped up for these 2 months off. Well, guess what? I had 9 months off and then did a 2 month course and still passed.
You know what?
So
School's for
yeah,
fool.
school, yeah, yeah. I feel bad for my parents' bank account, but yeah, I had fun. I slept in all my classes.
See, I didn't sleep. I just like didn't care. Uh, Sarah has no months off. She is dedicated teacher. We thank you for
Well,
teaching the
yeah,
children of this world, but also
thank
like
you.
screw the parents of the children. Anyway, that's a whole different topic.
Anyway,
No.
but no, so you were saying how it can be
Yeah, well, like I guess like
triggered.
what was your trigger?
Well, I kind of touched on it earlier, but I
Yeah.
think if I can put on, because I really had to think hard and um think about what could have prompted it, and it really was the fact that each and every like obviously it's Thanksgiving, it's my sister's birthday, it's Christmas, it's New Year's. I would see my family so much in this time period that like I have nothing to. I mean, my parents always still talked well about me. That was
Well,
never an
yeah,
issue.
of
But
course.
to
Same with mine.
me, it's just one of those things where it's like I see my sister, and I see her getting these good grades. I see her excelling in all these things, and I kind of was. Again, like I said, I felt like a failure, and I didn't want to face my family, and I didn't want to face anybody. But knowing I had to go and see them each year, this time, it would always just creep up on me, and then it would just get bad. It would get bad.
Right.
But even going into where I'm a established an adult, you know, and everything, and so is she, and we're good in our own ways. I still get that feeling of seeing my family, and now it's only because I feel like I haven't reached out and spent enough time with my family when I was young because I was so scared of that. So it's like it just keeps being reasons. You know what I mean?
Right, and I get that, man. Cause like mine, I guess I'm the same way.
Uh-huh.
Uh, like I always like my parents talk about me very well, but like in my head, hold on, let me see what Sarah said. Okay, but what are you saying bad grades? Because sometimes C's are all you can do. I always tell my students I'd rather them be better people than students. Right.
Oh, amen.
We're gonna go down when both sons are failures, so they have to talk about both of you. Roman, dude. God, Roman is fantastic. I'm just seeing it. I have like the chat pop up at the same time.
Ugh.
Yeah, man. So like, I get that. My parents are the same way. Like they talk well about me, but sometimes you just don't
Yeah.
feel it, dude. You just don't.
Right.
Not in a bad way. Just like my head's like, nah, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
I see other people and like what they can do, but then you got to realize like you're also good. Like that's where like my brain's like, wait. I can do a whole bunch of shit. I can build. I can tell really terrible jokes that people laugh at.
Yeah.
Because they want to make me feel better, which makes my anxiety go crazy. No, man. Breathes heavily.
If we don't laugh, no. I'm just...
Don't laugh. I will leave. No, man. Like, so, you know, I get it, but like then you realize what you're good at.
Yeah.
Which like luckily I found what I'm pretty good at. I like to code. I'm pretty alright at it. I'm not as good as some people, but you know, I liked it. I always have, even in high school. But like as you go further, oh my god, dude, I did not update the the title of this stream.
What does it say?
Nothing. I don't even think it says anything.
Well, I mean, to be fair, does it need anything?
I mean, are we really saying
It's
anything?
all off the cuff. Well, I don't know. It's been about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Look, we're taking
Yeah.
a quick shenanigans break, and
Yeah.
shenanigans. Oh, I spelled shenanigans wrong. There we go.
Dude, it's okay. I
It
spelled
says
wrong,
nothing at
wrong.
the moment. Okay, cool.
All right.
Search for category. What do we want to do? Just chatting? Are we just?
Yeah,
chatting?
it's just chatting. It's
Oh,
just
dude,
chatting.
I feel like I'm on a date. Just chatting.
Dude,
There we go. We should be updated. Hello.
we'll split the bill.
What's going on? Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna talk to you for 4 hours and not eat anything.
Dude, shut the fuck up, man.
So, side
Oh.
story. Zach went on this date. It's just the
Oh.
funniest thing I've ever heard. Right. So Zach goes on this date with someone, and they order 2 tacos. Right. And I'm from an outside perspective, I'm assuming they were solid sized tacos. Right. Not crazy, but like, you know. You go to a restaurant, you get food, they're expected to fill you up. This girl talked to him for 4 hours, no breaths taken. All he did
No.
was, yep, sure, that's
Fake laugh.
crazy. For 4 hours. 4 hours.
Yeah, and then she leaned in for a kiss at the end of the night, and I gave her a hug. I'm like, all right, have a
Dude,
safe drive.
could you
Like, I
imagine?
really wasn't trying to be mean at all, but like in those 4 hours, I got about 4 sentences in that weren't.
No, I'd lose my
Yep.
mind. I'd lose
That's
my mind.
crazy. What?
Here, you can have the
No.
bill. I mean,
I couldn't
no,
leave. I couldn't.
you're like me, where like even if that happened, you'd still pay for it.
Yeah,
But, like,
because she drove an hour down.
so she drove an hour down to take you to dinner.
I took her to dinner.
No. That's not what I heard. I heard she took you to dinner.
Yeah.
That's why she talked
She
all
got
the
her whole biography out there.
Yeah, the whole thing. Talk to
Yeah.
herself. Yeah, Roman basically
Wait.
drove an hour to talk to herself for 4 hours.
So the worst part about it is like this was a Tinder thing,
Okay.
and like we had talked for weeks, like, and she was nothing like this, like
right.
through
right.
text. Like she looked the same. It wasn't a catfish, but it was a different catfish. It was a personality catfish.
The worst kind, dude.
It was terrible.
Sarah,
I've
wait,
only been on like 4 dates
she,
in my
there's
entire
no
life.
way nervousness makes you. Sarah goes, oh, she was nervous. No way, no way,
Nervous.
nervousness makes you talk for 4 hours and
Yeah.
not take a break, dude. If I was nervous, I'd be like, I'm not talking to anyone.
She took the tacos to go. She took a bite. It was 2 small tacos.
Roman goes, I think she would catch it, like, it would rub off after 2 hours. And Sarah goes, some people are just uncomfortable with silence. Well, you could add, like, a noise machine like you do with babies. You could put one on.
We were at a crowded restaurant. This is
Oh, this is
2.5 years ago.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. I forgot about that. But, like, you... you can't do that nowadays. Like, you can't go shit at her. Shoot.
Yeah, well, then there might be silence, but like,
No, not if you
oh,
scream. I'm always screaming
no, it's a
internally.
shame. Actually, I forget about this because I want to forget it so bad. But one of the coolest things happened. We're at Velvet, so like we're underneath some of the
Oh,
trees.
yeah, I forgot y'all went there. Okay, so for people that don't know, because you're, like, not from here, Red Velvet's like this... I want to call it, like...
Velvet cactus.
Oh, velvet cactus. Sorry, not red velvet. Everybody knows what that is. I want to say it's like a like a Aztec Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like this weird, like, Aztec vibe with, like, microwave food. I swear to God, and people
And New
fight me
Orleans
on it.
paintings.
And it's New Orleans paintings, and just like $15 for warm up, like, corn, black bean, and cheese and chicken, like taquitos. Like, from the freezer section. I swear to God, you can go and get it from the freezer section, and they put, like, a fancy raspberry sauce with it.
You pay for ambiance.
What ambiance? What?
Getting talked to for 4 hours.
Yeah, right. That's the...
You ever see a mukbang? That's happened to me, except she didn't freaking eat.
dude.
But anyway, one of the coolest moments of my life happened in that date, and it was early. I thought it was a good sign. Is I'm sitting there underneath the tree, and an acorn falls, and it falls perfectly on my straw, and it literally cut itself onto my straw, and it stayed there. I'm like, huh,
Dude,
man, this is a good sign.
life
This
is
chick's
weird,
gonna be
huh?
badass. And in reality, it was telling me she's nuts.
Yeah, that's
Get
why
out.
it cut. It's like, get out.
She's not
right?
nuts, but you know the pun's there, so I gotta say.
Jesus Christ, you're worse than me.
I am.
You see, guys, we hang out. Like, I hang out with people that say the same dumb puns I do. And welcome. This is the friendship we have.
Yeah. This is how we became such good friends the second time around.
The second time around. First time, oh god. But that's later down the line. We could talk
Yeah,
about
we'll
that
talk about that
as
later,
I
yeah.
drink more. Because right now,
Yeah,
both of us
same.
are drinking. I'm drinking whiskey,
Yeah,
and Zach's drinking
yeah.
beers. And I'm thinking this is what we do every time we have a podcast
Yeah, might
with
as
a new
well.
person. Is I don't know, man. Just have a drink, unless the person
mom-
doesn't drink.
My mom has this thing by the alcohol, and it says friends are therapists you can drink with.
Oh,
And-
right.
And I'm like, that's the most suburban mom thing I've seen, but I love it.
Live, laugh, love.
I shit you not, we have at least 3
Oh my god,
photo
dude.
frames that say that. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. I love my mother to death though.
Yeah,
don't
but
get it
like,
twisted. I love her.
oh, that's such a southern, like, I don't even know. Is it southern? Is that like a
I
southern
think
thing?
I don't think that's southern. I think that's
I feel like that is like just
I think once you're a woman, right, and
okay.
you hit 40, that thing just clicks in your head. And you're like,
40?
That kind of looks nice.
40.
40. I'm being generous here.
40. I wouldn't even say 40. I'd say like 32.
Maybe I don't know because
I know people that do it now.
My sister,
Your sister's
kinda,
sister's crazy.
my sister's getting close to that age. Actually,
She's like,
kinda,
live, laugh,
she's
love.
kind of liking
right?
that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad saying, and also it's not just women because I know, honestly,
Dude, I know. Wait, it's not just like them.
once you're a
Sarah,
woman,
wait, what are we talking about? We're talking about live, laugh, love, Sarah.
Yeah.
The weird like scripted letters that I see everywhere when I walk
Wait.
into a southern house.
I saw a old screen cap from my iPhone. It was a family group chat, and the mom's like, "Hey, so and so, like grandpa just died," and she sent it like to the whole like her whole side of the family, and then it said LOL. The daughter's like, "What's so funny about that?" And she goes, "What are you talking?" It was like a whole thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's terrible."
Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ. No, Sarah, we know you have comments
Lots
on
of
the wall.
love.
Lots of love.
is what
Lots
it
of
was,
love,
yeah.
right? No, we appreciate comics. We love them,
Yeah,
right? I play
yeah.
video games. Zach is one of the people I play video games with. We're nerds. We watch anime. But,
Yeah.
like, man, I will tell you, every female down here has one thing that's similar to the idea of live, laugh, love. I promise you. Whether it's one of them crazy Jesus crosses, which is fine, do your religion
Yeah.
thing. That's not what I'm going on. I'm
Right.
talking about like the design of it. Either you have
Right.
one of the crazy ones, you got one of the crosses that's like the really simple metal, like the silver metal. It's one of those two,
Yeah.
or like you got one of these gaudy ass clocks. Because I think everyone,
Oh.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
They all
Yeah.
have these
Yeah.
gaudy ass clocks. I live further south than you, Elamino, but I don't know what you're talking about. Sarah, you live in Florida. You go to like,
Start looking for the signs.
yeah, okay, so like, you live in Florida, so you have basically, this is the way I look at Florida, in the shape of like the upside down L, right? So starting from the Alabama Florida line, you have Floribama, right, in Gulf Shores. So you have like the beach. Then you go to Navarre, like Pensacola area, and you also have the beach. L is for losers. I'm gonna allow that.
Jesus.
Apparently, my auto permit does this. No, so you have like the L, which is Floribama, right? Then you have like Navarre Beach in Pensacola. Then you have Tallahassee, whatever the hell's in Tallahassee, in the Daytona 500. I think maybe I'm crazy.
Dayton.
It might be Dayton County is what I'm thinking of, but like whatever, it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Everything past that, it goes from Hickville to cocaine in Miami to Mickey Mouse ears. That's all of Florida. I summed it up in like 5 terms. Beach, cocaine. Beach, Daytona is the opposite of the effing state of Tally. I mean, I don't know. Tallahassee's not a state. Maybe a state of mind.
Dude, what if Tallahassee was just a state of mind? Like it's a server, and you just have to like meditate, and they. Wait, no, that dude from Zombieland's from Tallahassee. That's his
Zombieland.
name.
The hell?
Yeah, Tallahassee.
Oh wait, is that the guy with the Twinkies?
Yes.
Is it really? Oh, you're right. You're right. Tallahassee is northwest. Daytona is northeast. They're Florida, dude. It's still the same.
Yo, I don't know why, but I saw Tallahassee in chat, and I thought it said Tennessee, and I just wanted to say you're the only 10 I see. So,
Thanks. I appreciate
no
it.
problem. It's a stretch of a joke, but I still have to do it.
Miami is
Anyway,
in Florida. Miami is
wait.
Florida. Miami is literally in Florida. What?
What?
Zach,
Miami is in
well,
Florida.
that's probably like the Shreveport of Louisiana, where like everything past I-10, above I-10, is not really Louisiana.
Oh, fair enough. Wait, okay. Well, if you're saying that, does it end at Fort Lauderdale? Like, is Fort Lauderdale?
Like the end of Florida?
No, like, is that like still part of Florida, or is that part of Miami? Does it claim it's owned, or
She's saying Miami is literally its only world.
right?
Or
So I'm
it's
wondering
literally
if
its
like
own
Fort
world.
Lauderdale's getting pulled into that black hole, because I have friends that live there. I gotta get them out.
Yeah, dude, you can't let your friends go in a black hole. That's always bad.
Well, black hole is terrifying.
Dude, black hole is terrifying. But all right, we got on a really big tangent. I knew this.
Anyway, going back to what I was trying to
Yeah,
fucking say.
keep going.
Okay, so in school, right? When I first was dealing with depression, right? And throughout the 13 or 14 years, because I didn't really come out and tell people I suffered from it until last year.
Right, same. I was the same way.
And so I dealt with that, but and the therapy thing kept leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I literally thought the only way to handle it was to handle it on my own because of the way mental health for males are perceived nowadays.
Right.
Now it's way better now. I get that. It's definitely out there now, but it's still kind of like be a man. And I do think sometimes I need to like. That's the way I get over it. Is
You just like deal with it.
I
right?
need a day. Yeah. And
Deal
that's
with
what
it.
I'm told.
Look at it.
Yeah.
And be done. And I get that.
I just yeah. But that's another thing we wanted to talk about is just how mental health for males are perceived.
Right. And
You
I actually talked to my therapist about this a long time ago. So like, not in a mean way, but like when growing up, it was like, why are you crying? Not just from my parents, just in general. Like that was the term. Like, why are you crying? Why are you upset? You're a dude. Like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, well,
Suck it up.
yeah, dude, that is, oh my God, triggering term. Jesus Christ. Oh God, I hate that term. It's like, you can't express emotion. And I get that. Cause like you're supposed to be tough. That's cool.
Right.
That's fine. Because I am. I mean, don't get me wrong. I lift a shitload of weight. I'm pretty aggressive at times. Like, I don't have a problem with being that. Hold on, let me drink some coffee real quick. I don't have a problem being that and like doing that, but like sometimes, man, I'm sad.
Yeah.
But like the world looks down upon that. Like if you go to a therapist, right? I also go to a therapist, but some people out there like as a dude and even females sometimes are like, "Oh, no, therapy's bad, you're crazy."
Yeah.
Like if you go to a therapist, you're weak. It's like, "No, I'm going to a therapist because I feel real bad and I don't know how to help myself." And these people literally learned how to do this.
Yeah.
Right? This is what they did. This is what they went to school for. So like just that whole idea of you can't be sensitive because you're a dude is a whack.
Yeah.
That kills me. It
I
kills
think
me because it's just like why?
I think one of the best ways in media I've seen describe like male mental like illness, and even when you have a good life, is that like you don't want to talk about it. Is a show called I'm sure people have heard of it, but A Million Little Things. I've only seen the first season, but one of the characters' name is Rome suffers from depression, and it's just depression. Like he doesn't know why he's sad because like and he was gonna end up killing himself, but he doesn't. But then his wife finds the note and like she starts freaking out. She goes, "How could you not tell me?" and stuff like that. And so he goes, "Cause I don't even understand. Like sometimes I'm happy and I get terrified that I'll never feel happy again when I get sad. It's like it's real. It's nothing like over emotional or anything like that, but it's just very real. And I've always thought like that's a good way to explain it. It's like when you're sad, when I'm depressed, I really have that fear that I'm never gonna feel happy again.
Right.
And a lot of people can't fathom that, which is I'm happy that a lot of people can't think of like, how could you think that way, because it's a terrible feeling.
I get that because I'm the same way. Like you get to a point, especially hold on, let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second.
I'll take a sip of my fine pilsner.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, best beer. I wish I had a poll up, and I don't know if any mods are in here. If you are, and you can figure out how to do a poll off the cuff, we want to do a poll of what is the best beer. Pauline is AFK. Pauline's always AFK, man. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Talk to you.
Oh man. Also have a lisp. I blame that for my
Oh, dude, you
depression.
depression calls my lisp. It's poll. Is that really it? Can I do this? No actions. Yeah, it's through Streamlabs, I think, Sarah. So I guess I'm the same way. Like if I am sad and like depressed, I guess, and it's not. I don't want to say like my depression's different because it's not like a. It's not like a sad. Oh my god, I'm so sad depression. It's just like a.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. So I just kind of like I stay by myself, and that's where it goes. It's just like I just want to be alone for a little bit. I want to play. My out for a lot of things is like my computer and gaming, right? Which sounds
Yeah.
weird because like I growing up, that was not me. Sports person. I played damn near every sport. Even when I went to friends' houses, like I wasn't into big video games. Like a bunch of the games that my friends grew up with. I think you probably did too. Was like Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Super Smash Bros, which I love now. Um, excuse me, but stuff like that, right? And that was never me. I never grew up with that. But like recently, I would say in the past couple years, like that has been a very good comfort zone.
Yeah.
Of like using that to I don't want to say escape reality because like you never do, but like
Yeah.
taking my mind off of things. But like especially with that, like I just want to be alone for a bit and then I'm good. Maybe like the day. I think I do the same thing as you. Is like I just kind of want to take the day for like me, and that's it. Like you don't have to ask me how I'm doing. Like I'm not really. It's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's that like I don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right. So I just kind of like simmer. I let it go. I deal with it myself. But like it's also a bad thing. I kind of like wait. So every week I meet with my therapist. So I kind of just wait until the end of the week, and I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. We got an hour, so like let's just see what's going on and like process it then. But I guess like depression doesn't affect me the way like it affects a lot of people, where it's like you're couch locked, you don't want to do anything. I'm just like I just want to chill. I just want to relax. I don't even want to like drink or like text anybody. I just kind of like hang out. I'll talk to y'all in like voice chat and stuff and like Discord. Speaking of Discord, follow us on Discord. If you scan the QR code along with anything else in here on the screen, you can connect to where we're at on Twitter, Spotify, Anchor FM, and Discord and Twitch. So if you're in chat, go ahead and do that and follow us. And you know, we like people. Follow us
We do.
back. Um, let's see, Chris, CB Noel. I think that's Chris.
It
Um,
is.
do y'all ever suffer from long stretches of indifference over some things that you're normally stoked about? That's what I've experienced in the past, just like months of indifference. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that a lot actually. So like, it happens a lot with like the computer, and then it also it and Chris, I mean, you were in my class for it. It happened very like recently with coding. Like I'm just indifferent on it. Like I'll get to a point. That's kind of partially why I'd stopped lacrosse too, because I was just indifferent. Like it became so monotonous that like I'm tired of it. I hate. That's one thing I hate. I hate like I guess the word's monotony, right?
Oh, damn it.
Is that the right
Sure.
word where it's like the
No,
same
it
thing?
is, but I thought you were
Yeah.
about to say monogamy. I'm like,
No,
well,
no,
that's
no, no,
that's
no.
that's very different.
Hey, no, no. I hate like doing the same repetition over and over again. Like if I do have a repetition task like a repetitive one, I will do it differently each time, or like do it differently each like out of 5 times. Right? Say I do the task 10 times, 5 of those times I will do it differently. So like at least half of it is different, so that it keeps my brain working. Because um, if I'm just there, like it doesn't work. Yeah, monotonous. Yeah, I guess that's the right word, Sarah. Um, I I get very indifferent. Like I don't have a feeling either way, right? So yeah, I do. Now, I guess Zach does too.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're talking about like certain activities,
No,
but a lot
just
of my stuff.
generally, just generally,
Okay, because
right?
a lot of my stuff is like whenever I like say I'll plan like a event 2 weeks in advance, right?
Right.
Like doing all this planning, and then like it reaches a certain point. Either we've invited so many people, or that it's almost there, and then I just lose all interest in it, and I'm
That's
like,
how
well, I can't back
realistically,
out.
that's how I was
Like,
with this.
yeah.
Like up until probably I want to say, um, probably like 5:30, like before we got in the call, right before
Uh,
this, I was just like, you know what, it's not even worth my time. Like I'm very bored with this already. Um,
mm,
which I basically did this because Zach, you wanted to do one. Um,
yeah.
you wanted to do one, and I'm like, well, it's not a bad idea. Two, somebody's like, you have a podcast voice. I'm like, you know what, fine, we'll do it. We'll get in there. We'll do what we want. But then like also because it makes me talk, right? It makes me think about it and makes me discuss these kind of things. It makes me think about the same talks we have at your house, right? Over a
Hmm.
beer is the same stuff that like we can talk about here. So like, yes, doing this has broken my streak of indifference. But like up until then, I don't know if it's like excitement about stuff. I don't know if that's what triggers it for me. I don't know if that's what triggers it for you.
I
Because it's
think
like,
personally,
yeah.
uh, I'm sorry.
No, no,
Keep going.
no, go, go, go.
For me, I think and I'm a pessimist, right?
Right.
And I
Negative Nancy. New
yeah, I
name.
am. I am.
Zach's new name is Negative Nancy, everyone.
Hey man, stop.
By the way,
It's
I'm going to cut you
funny.
off real quick. If you're in chat and you do exclamation point ZACH, Zach's channel's over there. Go give him a follow, by the way.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
we want to boost his numbers too. So go ahead and give him a follow if you can. Anyway, keep going.
I'm a very big pessimist, and of course I'm engaged to the biggest optimist I know. Yeah, it's great. Um, but
Oh my god.
uh, yeah,
Oh my
but
god, dude.
but so my thing is I'm more scared that things aren't gonna live up to my expectations.
Right? Okay. That's
And that's why mostly it's a social stuff I plan that I am always dreading. Like last year, I had a New Year's party that turned out very well, luckily. But I was so scared it wasn't. For my engagement, I was very scared it wasn't gonna work out. That she just knew it was gonna be there and it was gonna be or the ring for whatever reason wasn't gonna look right. Stuff like that, and it terrified me just to not live up to that expectation because I don't know. I don't know why. I really don't. It's just in my head. I play it over and over and over and over, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh wait, no. What if this happens? And then it's gone to me. So that's what
really,
happens with me. Yeah,
really.
yeah. That's
See,
why
I don't.
I don't plan. Like Courtney hates it, but I don't plan, and this is the exact reason why. One, I think it's best to be more willing to adapt to what's happening in your life at that moment. But two, because I don't like getting my hopes up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm the same way. Um, as far as like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it's not that I don't want to get my hopes up, right?
Uh,
It's just that like I always plan for the worst,
yeah, same.
and that's just like it's because if I know what's gonna happen at the worst of the time, if anything's better than the worst, it's great, right? So
Yeah.
like it's just weird. It's just weird, I guess. I understand where you're coming from, and I empathize with that because I'm kind of the same way. Of like, I plan something, we want to go do something, and I'm like, nah, it's probably gonna be bad,
Yeah.
right? It's probably gonna be bad, which it never is.
Every beach trip I planned
No,
has been
your
that.
beach trip was not bad. There was
No,
only
I know.
yeah, like
Going into it.
yeah. So like, what's always too is like, you never know what's gonna happen because when you get, I guess especially planning things, uh, you plan it for people and everybody has a different personality like this, right? We're probably going to at some point in this podcast somewhere down the line, we're probably going to say something that's going to offend someone, right?
Yeah.
Not in a mean way. It's just sometimes our views are different. Like Zach's political views are probably different than mine, right? I think we've talked about this before. So like
Yeah,
at some point we're going to say something that's different, like differentiating. I can talk today. We're going to say something that's different. We're going to say something that's going to go against the grain. We're going to say something that's not there. So like it happens when you plan stuff too. Like you plan a party, you invite certain people or you invite other people, and those groups never hang out. They never talk. They have different views on things. If something were to happen that's like you can't it's because of the unknown.
Yeah.
It's the unknown that causes it. And that's the thing that gets me because like if I don't know what's going to happen, not that I want control of it, but I like to know. So like if you tell me something, I'm going to question it. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask logically. And it's never you could hand me a pair of chopsticks, right? And I'll say like, "Okay, cool. Like I understand how they work, but like why? Like why were these used? What's the role? What do they do? Why did they come up with it, right? These questions I ask, it's because if I'm going to learn something, I'm going to learn it, right? And it's the same thing with like the unplanned events. Because I don't know what's going to happen, I get very, and I don't want to say anxious. Anxious is probably the wrong word, but like I'll use it, like anxious about that thing, and it causes the indifference, right? It just causes that indifference of, I don't know. It just causes the indifference, man. That's what it does.
But yeah, to go back to the question, yes, we both experienced that. Now, for when you said it, you experienced months of indifference. I don't think I've experienced months of indifference, so maybe it's not the same. But
Yeah.
whenever certain situations I do that I'm stoked about, I do feel kind of no longer stoked or indifferent on. That does happen to me, and something happens to Larry as well.
Yeah, I guess I know with Chris, and just because we took the so for you people that are in you people the chat for people yeah right for people that are listening, I along with somebody else in chat, I think CB Nola, I think it's Chris, we took a coding course, like a boot camp for 6 months, where it was very intensive. Yeah, it's just very intensive, and we had to do a lot of just learning very quickly. So I think it might be this too, Zach, now that I'm thinking about it for me, is like the overstimulation. If I'm overstimulated on an idea, I will become indifferent for a very long time. And I don't know why. So like Overwatch, right? This is just like because we game. So Overwatch is the same way. I love the game. Okay. Granted, it gives me so much nightmares. I love the game. So much anxiety and salt. I love the game. But because I play it so much, and because I'm around it so much, and because it's overstimulating sometimes, I get very indifferent about it, and I'll put it down for weeks at a time. Right? It's something I can always fall back on, but it's also something that I put down weeks at a time. So I agree with Chris. Like I do agree that, oh my God, I'm like looking at chat. Pauline's tree fell off of her car when she was moving it, and it rolled. Jesus
Christmas
Christ.
tree.
Yeah, no, full tree, Zach, full oak tree. She picked it up and set it on her. Dude, Pauline's probably huge, man. She's probably got guns.
Guns, bro.
Didn't know we were coming to the gun show, Pauline. Should have sold us some tickets.
Dude.
You could have made some money. Jesus. But yeah, no, so I agree with Chris. Like at months at a time, like I do get that. Um just generally, I get it. I do. That's a really good question actually. I should save that. Ask people randomly on the
I
street.
should save this.
Do you suffer from long stretches of indifference over some things that you are normally, in
Now this
quotes,
sounds like
stoked
an
about?
ad for a new
Do you or have a loved one
medication.
suffer from indifferences of things you are normally stoked about? Please call this
Si-
number.
Side effects.
Side effects
Spawn's
include.
diaper. Um.
Jesus, dude. All right, so I guess I'll ask this. Like, I guess this is kind of leading to the next thing. Um, with COVID, man,
Yeah.
how are you and Courtney doing with like this whole? I don't. I mean, you're engaged, so it's a little bit different. But like
Yeah. We lucked
going on
out.
dates and stuff. Yeah, you picked the right one. You
Yeah.
picked the right color out of the box, dude. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you.
Perfect timing.
Yep, perfect. Quarantine, baby.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
how are you all doing with like trying to have date nights and like going out? I know it's rough. I know you have, but
Yeah. We've done it kind of. We haven't done it a lot. We've done it. We have one next weekend to celebrate her birthday a week late. But we've only done it about twice, and one of them got interrupted fully, which kind of sucked. But one, we really vibe. We're really good together. Um,
Sarah, we're not going about dating. They're literally engaged.
we're engaged.
Relax.
Wait, no, just no. You never stop dating your person. Anyway,
It's true. Never.
it's true because then you lose interest, and it's a
Sarah,
terrible
I'll tell
situation.
you this. These are two people, right? I know
I
you stay in
said
here.
leave me,
The,
Jesus.
these two
Sarah,
people
we need you.
are yeah, we do. We need you here. These two people are some of the people I look up for relationship like theory, right? So, stay. We can learn something. Go ahead. How about your taco date?
No, not that date. Stop. We have gone to Velvet Cactus once, and then the wait was too long, so we went to Triple B's,
Thank
which is right next
God.
to it. But
Thank God.
and spent more money probably. But anyway, so the COVID's actually been very for my own thing. I'm more of an introvert. I'm not really someone who likes going out a lot, and she is. Not, we are very opposite. She loves going out, and I do like going out once I get a few drinks in me, obviously.
I
But
mean, yeah.
so we've actually prioritized ourselves that she has to do her school stuff and her work, and I have to do my work. And then if we want a date night, that's cool. But mostly we're gonna see what our friends are doing because one, all of our friends don't have someone just to turn to, you know. And we love checking up on our friends. And first of all, we love spending time with like you and Fairchild. We always spend time together, you know.
Right.
That's not why we do it, but like y'all are always down to hang out, and we love hanging out. And me and her are very good in a group. I mean, we're very good by ourselves too,
Yeah.
but like
Group makes it
we're
easier.
not codependent on each other,
Right.
which is lovely.
Fantastic. God.
Yeah, I don't feel like if I go to a party I have to be by her side 24/7 or stuff like that.
Right.
But so we haven't really prioritized date nights during the lockdown and quarantine and stuff like that. We've really kind of been prioritizing our own, like bettering our future and seeing how our friends are.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I would agree with the same thing. Like, especially with the recent girl I was talking to. That was the main thing is like, I mean, we went, but I would much prefer just like hanging out with friends. It'd be
Yeah.
way easier because like she was the same way. It's like not codependent. Why do you need that? Like have somebody that can hang out by themselves and talk to them. Hell, the last time we hung out, I think it was like me, you, and Fairchild talking, and her and Courtney were just like, whatever. I don't even know what the hell shit they were
We
talking
were
about.
just chatting, and we were all sitting like in between each other, so the conversations were just terrible, but it was great.
Welcome to our friend group. We're yelling across the room. Welcome to any household that we live in.
Everyone's fucking sleeping. We're just yelling.
No, man, I think that's the way it goes just generally now.
Yeah.
Especially like I saw something the other day and it was a video of like a girl having her first date over Zoom, and I couldn't imagine
Oh
like I
man.
couldn't imagine trying to do that because like that's so I don't want to say it's awkward. Um
I would have taken Taco Girl to Zoom date. I could
yeah.
just hung up.
You could have just muted and just walked away,
Yes.
not that
Yeah.
camera on. But
Yeah.
like that's the same thing as FaceTime, right? So it's just like I understand like talking over FaceTime, calling, that kind of stuff, but like I'd much rather be in person, and it's difficult. Um, it depends on your situation, right? So like I have two friends, they're very long distance engaged. It's very difficult on them right now, especially with COVID, because they can't go see each other, and I feel really bad about it. Um, so like it's hard for them, but they are talking and video chatting every day. Like
Yeah.
that's
Good. Good.
different. But like if you're in person, man, and like you can get to see the other person and you're clear, like temperature's good, like symptoms aren't there, you don't have COVID, like go hang out. I'd much
Yeah.
rather stay inside. I'd much rather like not have to go anywhere. Dude, buying a bottle of wine and some beer and a pizza is 10 times cheaper than trying to
Right.
entertain somebody at a freaking bar. Oh my god. I think I
And
spent
and I
God,
think it's more
Jesus Christ.
genuine too.
But you don't even have to do anything.
Right.
Like you don't. Oh my god, dating COVID style. I was talking to a guy on Hinge. Turns out he's just got out of jail and wanted to move with me to LA. I deleted the app and started interacting with people is overrated. Sarah, not wrong,
Holy shit.
not wrong. Um, one, I'm confused. I want to know what he went to jail for.
Sodomy.
I'm wait, what?
Huh? Sorry. Yeah. What do you go to jail for?
I want to know what he went to jail for. Which you should have figured that out. If you didn't, I'm upset with you. You should have figured out what he went to jail for. Um, two is like, what? I want to know how long this talking happened because like if it was within a week, hey Zach, we were talking for a week. I'm gonna move with you to LA. Oh,
Yeah,
he
bro.
told you what was it? Was it like third degree murder?
It's
16
gonna be like
hours? Wait, 16 hours in jail? That's a week.
he jaywalked.
Oh, he did jaywalk twice.
That is kind of that can be deadly, just not not for the person jaywalking.
Oh God, nuh that's not true. We had a dude in college, 16 hours of talking.
Oh,
Holy shit! What? Oh, that's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit, girl. That is some crazy stuff. Yeah, that's a no go from me, pal. And on this note, these are the
it's
reasons I'm out.
that's crazy because when I was on the apps, Hinge was always the best app for me. I thought that was like the best app. Like Tinder and Bumble were both
Hinge was
like,
always the best one.
yeah, that's crazy that you saw met him on Hinge.
Well, she's also out of Florida, so
You
like,
sure it wasn't unhinged? Damn, I thought that was a good joke. God damn it. Nothing. That one sucked. Yikes.
yikes, bro. Yikes.
Ouch.
Chris, bad joke.
All right, I'll take that L. All
Hey,
right.
and now we're moving Zach out of the call.
Oh man.
Uh,
Whew.
Jesus Christ. No, but that's like here. I'm gonna call it the adult dating app is like Hinge, right?
Yeah.
But he went to jail because he tried to take his daughter away from the baby mama and he fought the father-in-law, but he wouldn't really tell me. He killed him.
Oh fuck.
Killed him. I promise you.
That's why he went to cross
Wait,
state lines.
what if Carol Baskin had a kid with your boy, and that's why he's dead? Anyway, and then got mad. I wouldn't call him or text him.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, sorry, that's a no go.
You don't need clingers. You don't need clingers when you're looking for a date.
Don't get me wrong. Like I love talking. I want to talk every day, but like,
Yeah.
if it's all day, that's excessive.
Well, if they get mad if you're working, then like no. Like,
I am working.
that's a stage 5. You don't need a stage 5 when you're looking for just a dating person.
I'm just looking for a
you know?
stage like 2.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, I want to hang out.
Courtney tricked me. I thought she was a stage 2. She's a stage 5.
You think?
But we're engaged. No, she's not. She's not. If she's here, she like always wants to be with me, obviously. But it's like it's hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean, she's
But
also like engaged to you and lives down the street. So like,
yeah,
there's
she
no
lives right
there's
around the
no
corner.
sense of you
Which is
not hanging
yeah, that's
out.
crazy. She's lived around the corner for almost my entire life, and we never met until and she worked around the corner for like 2.5
Wait,
years.
where'd she work?
Never met. She worked at Starbucks where
Hey,
I
what's
worked
going on,
at the
Chris?
tuxedo place.
All right,
So,
Zach,
like,
I'm gonna take a quick break, to do an ad real quick, and
Go for it.
also thank people. So I want to thank Chris for following, MG, Funtum, Roman, Zach. Thanks for following. So I'm gonna do a quick ad about Anchor. Anchor is what I use to do anything with Spotify, as far as sending it out, any podcast platform. The cool thing about it is it's free, so anyone can use it. The creation tool in there, actually, you can record and upload what you need and edit right from like your phone or your computer. I use OBS, but you can actually take a video from OBS and send it in, and it'll strip the audio. Um, Again, Anchor will send out the podcast to like Google Podcast. I think there's a couple others. I know for sure Spotify, and Anchor.fm actually has its own like dashboard. But you can also make money with it. Like ads will they'll pay you like $15 for anything under 1,000 viewers, and per 1,000 viewers, you get another 15. So like if 1,000 people, I wouldn't say viewers, listeners listen to this, um, you know, you get money for it. So I highly suggest Anchor. So go ahead and you can either download it on your phone with the Anchor app from the Apple Store or the Android Play Store, the Google Play Store, I guess, or you can go to Anchor.fm to get started. So yeah, check them out. They're pretty good. Yeah, and we'll go back to talking about this. I just wanted to take a quick break to say that. Yes, welcome back, Zach.
Right. I'd also like to say Raid Shadow Legends is one of the biggest
Raid Shadow Legends. Dude, everybody in chat's about to pop off. I read that every day to them. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the biggest mobile role-playing games of all time.
All right,
With
all
over
right, all right,
100,000 different combinations of attacks.
So
That's really funny, actually.
Alright,
Dude, I could pull it up right now. MG will be a story time after this. Oh God. Yeah, man. Oh, Chris, thanks for following. I just saw it pop up. Chris Janos, thanks for following.
I'd like to come in with a joke before we start back.
What you got?
How much did Santa's sleigh cost?
How much?
Nothing. It was free. It was on the house.
Oh my God. Kick him.
All right.
I can kick you from here. I have the power.
You can full off ban me.
I can.
But I'm gonna trust.
I'm gonna ban
trust.
you, dude.
So,
oh my
sorry,
God. Oh my God.
So, anyway.
Oh Jesus Christ, dude. Why are you like this? Well, Chris, all the champions in the games can be customized with unique gear that changes to this man. Alright, we're not doing ads for Raid Shadow Legends for free, okay? If they're listening, I will do them. I will read the entire thing. I will do it very quickly.
He'll do Mr. Beast style 10 hours of it.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm offering you up for that.
Look, if they want to pay me for it, if it's Mr. Beast style,
Blue Apron.
I don't know what Blue Apron is.
Oh, that's nice.
What is it? Is it nice because it's a blue apron? I do like aprons.
I like blue.
Oh God, dude. Oh man.
No,
okay.
what I was saying before
Right.
is me and my fiance literally, like, she's lived around the corner. We moved into the house at the same time, and she lives right around the corner, right?
Right.
Never met once. I worked with her
That's
dad at the
crazy
potato shop, and she worked around the corner, and everyone used to go to that Starbucks. Never met her once, and she used to come in all the time. Never met her once, and I met her for the first time right when she was getting out of a relationship with her first like long-term boyfriend.
Right.
And we hit it off. I mean, we didn't date right away, obviously, when her and her long-term boyfriend broke up, but we became very good friends, and I was very fortunate how everything kind of worked out.
I mean, yeah, you're basically marrying your best friend.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Very jealous.
The one advice I will give to people who are like above the age of 20 and that like are still looking for like dating partners and stuff like that is and this is what I was telling her, and it just this is my biggest advice. That's what I'm gonna say. Is most people have already had their first love by the age of 21.
Right. Correct.
So you've had your first love, and people are so scared to date after they've met their first love and it didn't work out. So my advice to everyone is you can't compare anyone else to that person. That person's special to you whether you like it or not. That person will always be special to you because they're your first love. But love isn't a finite thing. It's something you build each day with. So although you may like somebody, but you're like, oh, I don't love this person as much as I love that other person that you might be hung up on. You have to understand that, give them that chance, and each day you'll work with it and you'll find a new way to love that person, and it just gets better. You can't always compare your first love to your current love or current interest because you're setting yourself up for a long and very painful process.
Well, you also make it hard on yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Your guest is saying some profound stuff. Yeah, I know.
What?
Hold on. I think I just made an Anchor command. Yeah, there you go. Check out the Anchor app. There it is. No, I agree with that because like it took a while for me to understand that concept of like and it's just because I was young and stupid, right? So like I didn't understand the idea of like dating. I didn't understand whoa, what is this? Who's Sugar Plum?
That's gotta ban that one.
Who's that? Hey, Pauline, can you
That's
take care of that?
yeah.
I don't know
Like
who that is.
it's a bot.
Jeez, man, we're already getting bots.
That's cool. I trust all
Banned
viewers,
Sugar,
man.
banned. My
On
mods are fantastic, dude.
top.
My mod is great, dude. She is out here.
Best mod in the game.
Best mod, and she yells at it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Get out of here, bot. Jeez, man. Well, you know what that means, Zach. We're getting popular.
Dude,
I'm getting popular. This is real.
Venmo me.
Venmo you what?
Love.
Love, I got you.
Venmo me a hug.
Do what I can. No, so you know, I'm the same way of like the people you date, everyone's gonna be different. And I had to explain this to someone yesterday. Was like you can be fearful, bot means you made it, Chief, right? I made it. If only I was affiliate.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Affiliate coming to a store near you.
Yeah.
No, so like I was talking to somebody last night about this. You can be fearful. You have all right to be fearful, like all the right to be fearful. You have all the right to have, I guess, like worries from the past things that have happened to you. But you shouldn't. You should use them as, like, hey, this hurt me before. Like, I need to talk this with my significant other now, right? That way, like, that person knows and that person understands. Like, don't worry about stuff that you can't take control of now. There's no point. You want to think about the future maybe like a week in advance. Hell, I try not to. That was a big problem in my anxiety. But like, you want to, I guess you want to take the idea of what you've learned, right? They're always lessons. That's the way I want to say it. It's like it's a lesson learned every single time. So like the lessons you learned, you apply to the next thing. To know not to treat somebody like shit. Very simple. Right? You always make mistakes. It's always going to happen. Always going to happen. No matter what. It will forever happen that you make mistakes. We're not perfect people. As Miley Cyrus once said in Hannah Montana, nobody's perfect. Right?
You gotta work it.
You gotta work it. No, so you're always gonna make the mistake, but you're always gonna be able to learn from it. And I think that's like a very good. The late great Hannah Montana. She's still great, dude.
Yeah, where's she been, dude?
She cut her hair and like now does nude stuff. Like
No, that's Miley Cyrus.
oh, I'm
They're
sorry.
similar.
Yeah,
They're similar, but
what's the? They have multiple personalities. She dead.
she did.
Oh,
Oh,
she not
no.
dead. She's just. Oh my gosh, she really dead. Yeah, I love Hannah Montana. I do too, man. The Climb makes me cry every time.
That was my 8th grade graduation song.
The Climb.
Yeah, we didn't
What
actually.
was it, like a
the
wedding
teacher
song?
picked it. Huh? No, we graduated 8th grade. Big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah, Chris, I understand the confusion, but there are two distinct people here. You're right. It's like what's the Spider-Man gif? With like pointing at each other.
Point at each other, yeah.
No, so anyway, so like you learn, right? You learn from the past things that you get. That's a huge deal. Like I find that all the time. And like I find it with people who have been in relationships for longer than like a year or like a year and a half. It's like I understand, and it's very hard, especially if you give yourself like your all to someone. Because like I've done it. I've been through that shit. It took me 5 years to actually recognize like why am I hung up on somebody that treated me like crap. Not I shouldn't say that because she didn't. We treated each other like shit. it was a two-way street. Um, I was expecting it to be like the fairy tale shit, and she was not. So, but like it took me 5 years to understand that like we were children, we messed up, we did stupid shit, um, and like everybody's not the same. That's the main thing. Like that's why you make different friends as you grow older, literally,
Right.
because like people in high school are shitheads. I'm friends with. Well, they all kind of went to the same high school as me, but I never
They're
thought
all
I'd be friends with them.
shitheads.
They're all shitheads. I never thought I'd be
Nah.
the same. I never thought I would be friends with everyone I am now. Um, yeah. So like
Well,
everybody's different. You
I
know,
think you're a different person now than
I was 3 years
when.
ago, right?
Yeah.
3, 4 years ago, and that's
Yeah,
the
about
thing,
4 years ago.
right? So like I'm
But I'm a different
completely
person
different,
as well too.
right?
Like it's nothing we're changing here. Because I want to go to that topic later on, but
Yeah,
that
we're gonna talk about that before this ends because I definitely
yeah
want to like explain that people can change. Um,
yeah.
because god damn it, never forget flippy hair Zach. Never forget.
Hey
I
man,
miss blonde hair.
blonde mohawk. Yeah, what a
Right.
time.
No, Pauline, I'm the same way. Well, I think most of my friend group I went to high school with, but I never really hung out in high school. In fact, one of them significantly bullied me in high school, which is hilarious. And now Harrison,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
never mind.
he didn't really. He just messed with me a lot, and like
Okay,
it,
that makes
it
a little
got
bit more
it
sense.
got in my head a lot. But
Okay.
now he's
Yeah.
much weaker than I am.
I have the
Now,
high ground.
now, Anakin, I have the high ground. It's over now. No, but now he's one of my best friends, right? Our friend group are
Yeah.
very close to me. So, like, people can change. Everybody's different than what they were in high school. Because in high school, I mean, you don't really. Do I fight Harrison? No, you don't fight
No,
Harrison. He's
no.
good people. He makes a mean hummus. Makes
Yeah,
a
it's
mean
angry.
hummus.
It's mad
It's mad at the
because
world.
he wants to bully Larry.
Oh
It's
my
called
lord. Oh my lord. No, I mean I hung out with him in high school too.
it's called Harmus actually.
It's harm. Oh, why are you like this?
I've been drinking.
Harmus. No. I mean, I still keep up with friends, right? MG, you're right. Like I still keep up with people, but Zach's right, man. When it comes to dating, you can't base like your new stuff. You can base certain things off of like what you know you don't like, right? You can never base it just like this person did this, so the next person is gonna do this. Man, once you get
Then you
over
fall
that,
into a hole.
huh?
I said you fall into like a
Yeah,
loop.
you fall into a rabbit hole, right? You fall into
Yeah.
that rabbit hole of like not like not being able to find a person, or like I wouldn't even say find because you never really want to find them.
Right.
You just kind of want to, especially now. Like dating now is so strange, especially like our age. Like you're people are
Everyone's been hurt.
half the people are getting married. I would say more than half the people are getting married, and
Hmm.
there's like 75% of us are getting married and having children. The other 25%, I would say 10% are getting hammered. Oh my god.
Now, do you mean drunk?
Hammered. No. Oh no.
Oh.
I mean both things, yeah.
Oh.
This is a child
Okay.
stream. Yeah, I would say in both ways.
They're getting storked.
Yeah, so like then you have the other what? That's like that leaves you with 15%, right?
Yeah.
So you have the other 15% that are just like, I've been hurt. Help.
Yeah.
And they're not even looking. They're just like, if it happens, it happens. That's how I am. Like I'm not pushing for shit because that'd be stupid.
Yeah.
There's no reason to push for anything. You can if you want. You are more than welcome to do that, but you are gonna be very, very let down.
Once you start pushing, then you start fighting the baby mama's boyfriend, then you go to jail, then you go on Hinge asking some random person to move to LA. So yeah, you don't really want to push for a lot of things,
No.
you know? I'm not basing this off of anything, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Zach's
Once you get
life.
pushy, yeah.
No, man. Like that's just nowadays, and even before COVID. That's not even with COVID.
Yeah.
Like that's not even with COVID. COVID in
Well,
general is just a step beyond that.
well, like I said, going into it's like most people who are over the age of 21 at this point have been hurt by somebody, or the small percentage that did the hurting that didn't know that's going to continue to hurt people. Um, but a lot of people have been hurt, and it took me, I think, 5 years because I only had
Right.
a girlfriend of 6 months, right? Like it was, but I'm a person that's I'm all in. Like
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
we're
gonna date
dating,
someone
I'm in. Like I'm
even
in.
though it was in high school. Yeah, even in high school. But I'm like I'm not just gonna date somebody to date them because I'm not wasting my time. Um,
No,
and I did
you don't
everything, and
get a lot of it.
this girl was terrible to me, and I didn't know it right away. It wasn't until after the fact that it kind of settled in and it really hit me. But it took me so long to be okay to open up and stuff like that. And I felt like once I got to a certain age, I kind of fell into a little bit too much drinking and a little bit too much partying and just stuff that I don't really like nowadays. I mean, I like drinking and I like going out and dancing and whatnot, but not to the extent I was doing it. And I was just kind of doing it because I didn't want to think about dating. If I just went out and like I don't know, pick someone up, yeah, who cares? It's just being young. But I, again, it's because I was hurt, and once I was able to open up to somebody, and they were there to listen, and luckily, they were also needed somebody. It worked out well. But a lot of people have just been so hurt. It's such a difficult time, you know.
Right, and I guess like for me, I, I, I mean, I went through that stage, but like I actually didn't. I never really talked to my therapist about this, so like I guess it doesn't really bother me anymore. But like when we were younger, at least for me, with dating my first girlfriend, or my first real girlfriend, the first one wasn't. She was there. She wasn't really there. Not really mentally. She's kind of dumb. Love her to death, still as a person, but oh god, she was stupid. Jesus Christ. Who says they have ESPN and can tell the future? It's
The girl from
ESP.
Mean Girls, dude. Come on.
Literally ESP. No. No, 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 no. I wanted to
There's 100% chance it's raining right now.
I wanted to throat punch. Doesn't understand. She was no, you don't understand. She might have been quoting Mean Girls, but like this was also I think before. When did the movie come out? Let me look that up. Mean Girls.
Oh, it came out when we were young, bro.
Mean Girls was released in 2004. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think she had seen it, but this was also a girl that like was very stupid in general. Like the common sense wise, just super sweet, but oh my god, I like had to rub my temples every time I was around this girl. It's like,
Oof.
yeah, yeah, and that's bad. But like the second one, the real serious one, like I gave my all to that, and it ended up backfiring, and then like I was very upset about it because she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I like my best friend and all this kind of shit." And it's like, dude, what are we in high school? Physically in high school, right? Because my
Mhm.
brain mentally, like as far as maturity went, was like way further than that. Um, Especially when it came to like dating and shit. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm ready. Like we're in. I'm in. This was like junior senior year, right? So we go to college. It was the same way. Where it's like, look, dude, are you talking to other dudes? If you are, cool, we'll end it, but like would never say it. So like
Mhm.
I don't want to assume it because it makes me sound like an idiot. But there was also points where I'm like, no, man, like I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Like the people that I'm like, hey, look, I'm pretty sure this guy likes you. I'm just going based off of stuff. Like it's probably in your best interest to understand that like he does like you. And she's like, no, 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 it's just a friend shit,
Yeah.
right? And it's like I get it, and I'm not gonna control you, but like I don't appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And then
You don't want to be that controlling boyfriend though.
right, no, and that's not me as a person, right? Just
Yeah.
generally, it's not me as a person, because I'm pretty easygoing about a lot. I mean, you know that I'm pretty easygoing about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, like it didn't work out. Unfortunate, but that was like the girl I fell in love with, right?
Yeah.
And like she went and partied and shit. I mean, I fell into the whole like drinking a lot, sort of. I kind of did it, and then I got to like 280 pounds, and it was like, oh my god, I'm fat. Lose
Dude,
weight.
same.
Yeah,
Well, I was 275.
yeah, right. So we were pretty close, and then lose a shitload of weight. And you did the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So like, the love is weird, dude. And
Oh,
for
it's
anybody
fucking.
over the age of 20, love is very strange. Because now you're an adult and you don't really have time.
Yeah.
That's it. You feel like at least me, right? So you're engaged, so it's a little bit different. It's a
Right, but
lot of it different. You can
so
empathize with it, I know.
well because here's the thing, right? I was kind of like the mindset you use, like if it happens, it happens, but I'm not banking on it because my core like friends that I've had since high school, right? One of them is now engaged, and they've been dating since sophomore year in high school. Another one is engaged, and they were been dating since freshman year in college, and she was a senior in high school. And another one has been dating since they were freshmen in college. So all of them been dating for so long, like the main people I would hang around with, and I would just not have anybody. So I was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If not, not. And luckily, it happened. I say luckily. I'm happy it happened. Um, but yeah, I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's just strange because like I mean the girls recently talked to, we kind of hashed it out and like we kind of worked on some stuff, so it's not too terribly bad. We're still kind of going back and forth,
Yeah.
but like generally, like how do I put it? It's weird because like you're working, right? You're an adult. You have a full-time job. So when are you supposed to take time to meet someone? Or I mean, I'm unemployed, but like especially with COVID, when
Yeah, COVID's.
romantic love, have you met him yet? You have yet to meet him. I understand, MG.
Why is it a he?
Well, you
I'm
never
joking.
know.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What's up, Zach? You got something to say, brother?
My
Um,
love is
no,
a she.
it's a she. Look, I'm lesbian, okay?
Same. I love women.
uh, no, generally, like, it's just weird, like, especially with COVID, like, how you're supposed. I'm not the. Chris, same. Um, uh,
Wow.
I'm not like one to go pick up somebody at the bar. I mean, I was like back in the
Uh-huh.
day, but like now I'm just like, no, man, I'm gonna find you at a pizza joint. I'm gonna go into Domino's. You're gonna be standing there. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna buy pizza for you, and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
And then next week when you get pizza on the same day, I'm also gonna be there getting pizza on the same day, and then I'm gonna get your number, right?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you
Well,
meet?
first, no, fall. Now it's a little forward. You gotta get their topping
Oh
first,
yeah,
right?
sorry. What is your favorite topping? If you
What's your topping?
say any vegetable, I will not talk to you.
Amen. Amen. You want to go? You want to date?
Yeah, right. Um,
Courtney says she's gonna listen to this, so
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, she's cool with it.
Yeah. But generally, like, it's weird now, especially with COVID, trying to find like soulmates, right? As I'm looking at Pauline, she put it in there. It's like, no, soulmates are stupid. Like, you're gonna get
Nah.
yours, like you're gonna end up with it, but like at a different term than what you think. Very
So
different.
so I am head over heels for the woman I'm with, right? And she doesn't like when I say this because although she believes it, she's like, "Oh well, I'm very happy we have each other," and I am too. I couldn't imagine being with anyone else, but I do believe that there's more than just one quote unquote soulmate
I
for
agree with that.
everybody.
I think there's
Yeah,
at least three.
yeah. I mean, if not more, like you said at least three, but it's like there's so many people out there. It's there's a lot of people out there. So to say there's only one soulmate
Well, that's why
again.
I told you, like, I don't really think of it like that because like
Yeah.
it's someone you're compatible with. It's
Mhm.
it it's someone you are the most compatible with, right?
Yeah.
Soulmates is like, oh my god, it's destiny from birth. Like, no,
Right. I was
what,
born to meet and marry this
homie?
person.
If that person died before you met him, what now?
Right.
Are you just destined to be alone? I feel that, but like, are you destined to be alone?
Yeah. No, and like again, she doesn't like to think that oh, there's someone else out there that could be with her or with me, and I don't think of it either, obviously. But like I've always said that there's more than just one, um, quote unquote soulmate. And I see in the chat someone says you fall in love with someone different at different
Yeah,
parts
it's
of your
what
life,
like the
and
three
that's
the
very
three
true.
loves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Uh,
like what the first one is. I don't know them, but I know there's like three loves. I can actually look it up.
but no, I do agree with that. You fall in love with people at different points in your life. Yeah, because I couldn't imagine being with my first girlfriend now, and not because of the things she did. It's just like, well, okay, truth be told, I'm not gonna lie. She asked me out, and I felt bad to say no. So our relationship was kind of built off of a lie.
No way! I'm giving you
Yeah,
so much shit about that.
but I ended up liking her. You
I
know,
mean, I
I
get
ended
it.
up liking her, and then I went full force, and that's when pain happened. But um,
Pain.
yeah. So, but no, I do believe that you fall in love with different people at different times. Because I mean, some people I used to have feelings for. I'm like, why? Not because of any like particular reason, like, or the personality to me now is just like. I
Yeah, but
couldn't see
like
myself even liking that.
you gotta understand that like who were you at that age, right?
A
Because like
horn
at
dog.
18 to 19, I was a jackass. I played sports. I wasn't a jock, but I was heavily bullied. Like, I didn't really know what to do with my depression or my anxiety.
Yeah.
I didn't really know where I fit in. Um, it depends on who you are and where you're at, right?
Yeah.
So I mean I've had if Pauline's saying like the three loves, even sometimes your best friend. Um, I mean I've had the first one for sure. The second one I've definitely had, but I never actually dated the girl, which is very strange.
Wait,
Um,
what? Three? What?
it's like the first one is the love that looks right, the second one is the hard love, and the third one is the love that lasts.
Okay.
Um, right? So like the first one I definitely had. That was in high school. The second one I had in college, and the third one, whenever it
Right.
shows up, it'll show up. Whether it be with this person or like whoever else. Uh, which would be nice if it's this person because like then I don't have to go any further. Fantastic. um, but yeah, man, the second one is the worst one. I promise. The second one,
Oh
the
yeah.
hard one. Oh Jesus Christ! Never again. Um, Sometimes it's
It.
unhealthy and unbalanced.
Love's such a tricky thing,
Love is, dude.
and I always tell Corey, and I don't know why she stayed with me because I always say stuff because I'm such a pessimist that she hates. But I'm like, love is, it literally is a chemical,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy that I found my chemical. But like,
Zach's got the
I didn't know what the
poison.
fuck. Yeah, yeah. But like, it's such a tricky thing when you're dealing with type stuff because, again, you go through this stuff and then something happens that's outside of your control and you're so hurt that you don't know what to do, and you don't think you
Because
can ever
at that
love
point
again.
you think like you think you have the control, right?
Yeah.
You think that's there. And that's the thing like I would say like second love always happens like in like your mid 20s. That's how what it seems for all of my
Don't tell me that.
friends.
I'm engaged to my second.
Oh my god, no, 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 no. No, yours is not going anywhere, and if it does, I'm killing both of you. I already told you this.
I'll be alright with that.
Yeah.
Romeo and
No.
Juliet, mo.
No, it's not going to accept by hands of other people. I think as a group of friends, we will Viking
Montague
feud.
and Cap in your ass let. What's up? Bah, bah. Alright,
No, man.
that's enough bad jokes.
Yeah, Chris will help cover it up. You're right.
Alright.
Yeah, but like um, you're from I don't know. Let's just say like 20 to 25, right?
Yeah.
Like give or take. That's like the average. So like I mean I don't know. It's just weird, dude. Like that middle ground is so strange. Like
Yeah.
very strange. Like my second, we never dated, but like it was so. I met her parents. Like I did all that kind of stuff, and like
Yeah.
super cool, super awesome. Like it felt definitely like here, and then like to find out she was dating someone else and didn't say anything.
Oh.
I was like, I shouldn't say dating. I should say seriously talking to someone else.
Also, I saw a comment in there that it also intrigues me and terrifies me is
What?
falling out of love.
Yeah, see, that's a situation that I had to address yesterday. So like it does confuse me because I've never had that happen. Well, actually, I have
Uh-huh.
because that's how I feel now. That's what
Okay.
happened with so like me and the first girl I dated, the first serious girlfriend. Um,
Mhm.
I love her as a person, but like
Yeah.
I'm not in love with her. So like falling out of it is definitely weird.
It's scary. It's because I know it can happen, and the scariest part about that is because it's not that you don't even love that person. Like you said, it's not like you don't love that person anymore. You're not in love with them, and you don't want to hurt them, but you also need to think about yourself, and you want to get out. But falling out of love, the one thing I'll say is if anyone ever falls out of love, stick through it for a couple months. Like, and don't think about, oh, I don't love this person, because if you just keep it in your head, then default you're just gonna think this is a waste of time, and you're not gonna even
Well,
try to
that's
salvage a
exactly what I
relationship.
told this girl last night. Right? Was the same
Uh-huh.
thing. Was like, hey, she's worried that at some point she's just gonna wake up and it's like she's not gonna be like whatever wherever we're at that point, right? And I told her, I was
Yeah.
like, why are you worried about that right now? I'm not
Yeah.
even dating you. Oh my god. Two is like, which I don't know. Maybe that's just like a. This is gonna be very sexist, but I feel like that's like a female thing. Because I maybe not because I worry about the future, but like
Okay, so okay, yes, you
I
worry about
guess
the
like
future.
in depth, like that far in depth, or like worried
Well,
about that
about
far,
this situation,
right? Because like I don't
I
worry about
think.
that stuff. Like at all. It's just like I address the situation when it happens, or like when I'm at that point, then maybe I'll worry about that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's a valid concern, like 100% a very, 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 um, yeah. I mean, I I understand that, Sarah. Like if a girl's been hurt,
Oh,
it's way worse.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
that's pretty much what's going on. Right, but like I had to tell her, and this is the most sincere way I can say it is like, don't worry about that, because like even if that were to happen, right, and this is advice just to anyone, if that were to happen, you can be upset, but you can't be mad, because that person woke up feeling different, and that person
Yeah.
woke up needing to do something for themselves,
Right.
better for themselves. So like you can be upset, please by all means be upset, because I'd be upset, but
Yeah, it's a
I
natural thing to be
wouldn't be
upset.
mad because the person was
Yeah,
taking care of themselves for the better, right? I'd want an
that's why
explanation, but like,
I, that's why like on that type of thing, I've never enjoyed the term friend zoned either. Like going like when someone shows interest and the other person's like nah, and then all of a sudden you're a bad person because you quote unquote friend zone them.
well,
It's like
no, because like
no,
you're just not interested,
yeah, God
right?
forbid I don't want to date you because I'm not interested in you. Cool, you're a cool person and we can be friends.
But
Why is
like,
that an issue?
why is that an
So
issue,
if
right?
someone woke up and now this is obviously a lot less severe than if someone woke up and just stopped, didn't feel the love anymore. Again, if you felt love for that person once, it's worth fighting for as like for a period of time. Now, I see someone says I stayed for a year after, and you knew, yeah, that's if it's after a year and you still can't, then yeah, then you've
Yeah,
fallen out of love with that
I
person.
mean a
It's a very
year.
unfortunate situation for both people.
I don't know if I'd give them a year.
I
Um,
wouldn't.
personally, I would tell the person like very quickly. I'd be like, look, it's not in a mean way, but it's like a way of like, hey, I've been feeling bad, and this is
Yeah.
what I'm feeling bad about. And I don't know if it's just anxiety killing me. I don't know. Like I'm willing to work on this and see if it's just me being in a funk,
Mhm.
right? Because you don't really know if it's. I mean, granted, if it's over a year, of course you'd know. But like,
Right.
I don't know. I've never had it happen, so I don't know if it's like a you're.
Well,
It's at like a steady rate,
normally, like, if you would have asked me this question literally a year ago, I would have said I would never tell that person. I would just try to soldier it. But January this year, I was in a very like depressive state, and I just felt numb to everything. And I would see Courtney, and I'd see how much like love she had for me, and how happy she was around me. And I just couldn't match it for the first time in our relationship. And I, for whatever reason, thought that for a second I thought I didn't love her anymore. I thought I wasn't in love with her anymore, and then I realized I'm like, oh, I'm really just going through a bad stint of depression at the moment. And I had to tell her, and she was obviously upset because she hears me saying I don't love you or I don't feel this way about you, and then she although she was crying, she understood what I was saying. I'm like, I don't feel anything right now, and but it felt better to tell her that than to shoulder it
right?
because she understood,
Right. You
or
can't
she was sympathetic. She didn't understand, but she's sympathetic.
if you actually love this person, right? Even if you're
Yeah.
not in love with the person, if you love this person as a human being, which I feel like everybody should do, right? I
Mhm.
want to say that like you owe it to that person to talk to them about it, right? And it sounds bad, but like it's almost an obligation for you to be like, look, I'm sorry this is going in my head right now, but like I don't know what's going on, because like
Right.
you're talking to someone that may know everything about you. So like it's like a therapist you don't pay for. It's
Yeah.
fantastic,
Yeah.
right? It's fantastic. So like you talk to this person, you let them know, hey, I'm not feeling this. Um, like you have to be able to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris, like this is Janos, right? What up, Janos? Yeah, I like to surround myself with people that are very real about stuff. So like if we always have a conversation, like if we don't like each other, which we will get into, uh, if we don't like each other, we have a conversation about it, because like, or if something's wrong, we have a there's we won't go that route, but for the most part, we have a conversation, whether it be 2 or 3 days. It's like, hey, what you did upset me, right? Because like there's no reason not to, because like the worst thing that would happen is that person never talks to you again. Literally,
Right.
that's the worst thing that can happen. And at the end of the day, if that person is willing to be like, and no, bye, then like
Yeah.
you didn't need that, right? You didn't need that at all. So like the people I talk to and the people I try to surround myself with, even in like Discord, like our Discord communities that I'm a part of, like the people that I hang around with and the people that I enjoy being around with are people that allow you to be yourself and allow you to speak on issues that you may have with that person. Hey, I have an issue with this person. This is the reason I have an issue with you. We can either solve it or we can ignore it or we can just go our separate ways, right? Because arguments shouldn't have to be a big thing. It's part of a relationship, whether it's friendship or just dating or marriage. Like arguments are part of it. You can't escape them. I mean, Zach,
Right.
I'm sure you're the same way. You can't escape them as much as you
No.
want. It's like you just talk to the person. Hey, look, this is the issue, whether it's
We're
good,
old enough
bad.
to not it,
Well, yeah,
so it
you're
shouldn't be an
older.
issue.
If you can, if you can pull an issue and talk to an issue with your boss, you can talk to an issue with your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Right.
You can do it. Shout out to Sarah. Thank you for following. Finally, I'm gonna
We're
pressure you.
interacting with an unfollower. Oh,
Yeah, right. My bad. I wasn't following. It's okay. Next
yeah, it's
time.
all good.
Next time. Um, rude. But yeah, same thing. You know, same thing. You just if you can talk to your boss. Per my last email, I've been upset, Zach. So we have an issue.
Per last email, yeah,
Per last email, right? I
yeah.
do want to take a not a break, but like a quick second. For people that are also in chat and in here, if you donate, 20% of all the proceeds are going to charity, which I'll probably bump that up actually to like 30 or 40%, because I need money also, but like I also want people to be better. But the person who donates the most for the stream or even across the board, gets to pick the charity it goes to. So next stream when we do this on Sunday, which I don't know who I'm having on or if it's just going to be me. The next person, yeah, I know, donate. You literally have access to this, Pauline. The next, like whoever donates the most will actually be able to pick where you want it to go, right? So donate if you want. It's not recommended, but not that it's not recommended. It's not required. You are more than welcome to, and we would love to send some money somewhere else. So, yeah, cool. Quick break. That was fun.
If you donate $1,000, we'll change it to the Peen
If
Podcast.
you if you donate $1,000, you can literally
Peen
be
Podcast. We're changing it.
Look,
A good conversation.
you can buy a spot on this show if you want.
True.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, I want to bring people in that I want on here, right?
Yeah, that touch on the topics you think are important.
Yeah, but if you do, I'll put this out there. If you want, again, this is like going on Spotify, so the people on Spotify listening, sorry. You should be involved in Twitch. If
Give Larry
you
money, man.
donate $20, I'll change the color theme to whatever you want. As long as it's two good contrasting colors, I'll go ahead and change the color theme. If you donate $20, you can just let me know, and I'll go in order. If multiple people do it, I'll go ahead and change the theme. But yeah, so quick side note, but that's fine. Now back to this. So I don't like Zach. No, I guess we'll go with this. Oh, thank you for following Gamer Prox Jay. Gamer Prox Jay. Thanks for following. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I guess we'll go to this topic because I know we wanted to talk about it. And
our first time meeting and our
going,
second time technically.
The stream's going to like almost 2 hours, which is awesome.
Hey, man.
Look, this is what I wanted. I wanted just
Yeah.
a conversation with somebody. I know we could talk a lot longer, but people don't want to listen for 4
No,
hours.
not too long. Not too long.
One day, I will promise that I will put a mic in
24-hour
between me, Zach, and our friend Chris,
Oh,
and we will just go at it. And there will be no topic, none.
we have patents for every idea, so don't steal our
Don't
ideas.
steal it.
Whatever happens. please.
we will not have a topic, and we're gonna get
Yeah.
drunk, and we're basically gonna do a drunk podcast, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna name it something, and then we're just gonna roll with it. A lot of it will be crazy, and that will be the last day we're allowed on Twitch. That is correct.
More than likely.
That's why we can post it on Spotify with Anchor.fm. Another ad.
SeatGeek's an amazing app that lets you buy tickets at the literally the lowest place.
Yeah, right. So I guess you want to go first? You want to do
I can
this?
go because I also want to. I mean, I've thought about this because of me and you becoming such a good friend over the past year about how
Oh, Jade's in here. What's up, Jade?
I'm not answering that, Jade. I'm not anyway. Because the first time I met you compared to the second time, like I met you, I know it's a weird thing to say, but the first time I like that we hung out, you were down for Christmas break, and we hung out about 3 different times. And to me, you were like someone who I could be off, but this was the initial reaction I got from you. And you
You
were
were
a
probably
cool
right.
person, but you seemed like you wanted to fit in too much.
Yeah, it was.
And I have to. At least you found one of them, Shade. But um, no. So like that was an issue to me, which isn't a bad thing, especially because what we were like 21.
Yeah, I
So
think we were like low 20s, maybe
yeah.
19 to 21, somewhere around that.
So it's again, it wasn't a bad thing, but then like maybe it annoyed me because of another friend I'm not even really friends with right now. Um,
Right, 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 right.
that like had that same attitude that if you're not the way I like you, then I just don't like you, and that kind of rubbed off on me at that time. And um, I've never been someone who like really likes someone who tries to fit in too hard. And just one incident that I misread the
Oh
wrong
God,
way
dude.
has led to like a big misunderstanding between me and Larry. And he ended up calling me and just apologizing for certain things that he shouldn't have had to do, but I just read it the whole situation the wrong way. Um, and then we like didn't talk or even see each other for like four
I think
years.
yeah, it had to be. I mean, I moved to Lafayette, so like
Yeah,
it had to be 3 to 4 years.
like the whole like so like you moved away for 4 years. I got a haircut. Uh,
Thank God.
hey, and then I heard you were invited to like a pool party that we were at, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awkward because the person that I was upset about, like, there was a reason why I was upset, and it had to do with another person that I'm not gonna name, but
I
I'm not even
basically
friends with
call
that
this
person
girl a hoe.
anymore. Huh?
I call
Yeah,
I basically called this girl a hoe, and
yeah,
I
and
I don't even remember really doing it, but apparently it came off really bad.
yeah,
So
it
he was also very
no,
good friends with that
no,
person.
not her,
Wait,
not her,
not
Jade.
her, Jade. We already
And
talked about her.
yeah, I took it the wrong way. It was literally the wrong way because I was kind of saying the same thing, but it was like my friend, not your
Yeah,
friend, so
right.
I could
Like,
say these
how
things.
dare you say the same
Yeah, I
exact
was
words I
gatekeeping it. It was stupid. But so I was like, oh, this soccer, I'm not even friends with this girl anymore, and I really don't like this girl anymore, like at all, because I think she's not a great person. And then Larry came and we just talked for a little bit, and the new like impression I had of Larry is like he's just like a guy who's go with the flow, like do what you want. But I am me. This is who I am. If you don't like it, GTFO, I don't care.
literally,
Uh,
literally me.
but I'm gonna let you be you, and I'm not gonna cause you any problems for being you.
Yeah,
Which I really like because that's the way I just like hanging out with people like that.
right.
Not confrontational, but also not gonna take much shit.
Yeah, I guess I appreciate that because that makes that change. That means I've changed a lot.
Yeah, I think you've definitely changed.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess like the first impression of Zach. Oh God, um, I just wish I could. I'm gonna try to describe Zach when I first met him, and you can add to it if you want because you can. All right, so picture like the teenage angst, like it's not just a phase person, and like his hair would cover his eye, but one and it was shaved on the side, right? It was brown.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
like at one point he had like yellow, like blonde. Oh my God. Like when
Black
I'm telling you
blonde.
blonde, it was like white lightning blonde. But then he had silver, which was even worse. Oh my God. I don't he wore beanies all the time, like what was it, cargo shorts and like
No,
I thought
hold
you were in
up. No.
Whoa, it was jeans. That's what it
It was
was.
jeans or pajama pants.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually the first time I remember, like, physically remember seeing you were in like red checkered pajama pants. I
Yeah.
think you still have the sweatshirt or like the hoodie is like the
Yeah, I
gray
always
and
had
black
hoodies
one,
too.
and
Yeah.
then a beanie with like this teenage angst, and it's not just a phased hair sticking out, right? So
Yeah.
I never really had an issue with Zach, other than like these are my friends, I'm protective. Um, yeah, that is true. A red, tattered, and torn UL hoodie, Chris. That's true. That's true, right?
Yeah, I still have it.
So like,
I haven't worn it.
right, right. So, um, and that's like the first time I met Zach, and it wasn't like a bad thing. It was just like this is not the person I want to hang out with. Like this is definitely not
Understandable.
not not someone I want to talk to. I didn't really know how to fit in around like that group of people because like I was friends with Fairchild and like Harrison, but I didn't really know these people in general. It was just like I'm in from Lafayette. I guess I'll hang out. And then like I kind of knew that your friends at that time were in Lafayette. And I also knew the person that girl dated for
Yeah.
like a brief period of time. But yeah, man, like that first impression was just like, holy shit, what have I? Where am I at? Where am I at? I'm at a punk pop show. Granted, I listen to that music all the time now.
Fucking right.
But like that first
Catholic
impression,
high school like strict hair code made me go wild when I
yeah.
didn't have it.
See, like, and then it was just not a person I would find myself with at that time in my life, right? That just wasn't me. I was, like I said before, sports, dating somebody that was like pretty popular, played sports also. I wasn't a jock, but like I was like the lower end of the jock tier. I didn't really know how to fit in with like people that I didn't talk to. Didn't play board games, didn't watch anime, didn't play video games. Like that just wasn't my life. Um, which is fine. Like that's perfectly fine. But then like we go on this break, right? I don't even remember the pool party. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not. Where was that at?
It was at it was you know,
Oh,
it was at
wait.
Alexa's house
Oh, that
or
that was
you
Back Row
know,
Boys.
apartment. Yes,
That was
back
Back
row
Row. Okay,
boys.
yeah. So we I totally forgot about this. We go to this pool party.
Cause you were at the Flamingo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I specifically remember this. So, this was before Matt and Lindsay were. Oh my god, this was so long ago.
This is before that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
So,
before me and Courtney were dating.
oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Holy shit. Oh, that was. Oh man, this is a way long time ago.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
God, we've been hanging out for 2 years.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. So it's like running it through my head. So we go to meet. We see each other. And we're like, "Hey, what's up?" Don't really talk. But like as I get to talk more to Zach, I realize that like one, I noticed his hair was cut. I'm like, probably thought about this. He probably
Yeah.
realized that he can't be pulling this off his whole life. And if he does, fair to him. But I probably wouldn't talk to him. But like as we started to talk, I realized that like he and I had a lot more in common than we thought we did. And he and I thought it was going to be awkward because I felt awkward also. Um, but like he and I realized that after what 3 years or 2 years, maybe
3 years.
longer, yeah, like people change. And so like I guess going in with an accepting attitude is something that I like. And to talk to somebody that now is a very close friend of mine, somebody that like understands the same struggles I go through and is willing to listen and is willing to have a beer whenever I need one, whether it's night or day. Because there's been multiple times we're at this man's house and he's like, "Dude, I'm ready for bed. I can see it." And we're like, "Nah, we're drinking more." Right? So like, it's grown from something that was misunderstood to something that is understanding, which that's what makes a very good friendship, and that goes for anybody in our friend group, right? The misunderstandings get changed to understandings. But like just to go from like what I knew him as to see him again, and then we created the Back Row Boys, which shout out to the Back Row Boys.
Back row boys.
Basically, real
And
quick,
Nut
that
Planet.
yeah. Just the fact that like we were able to do that, I think drinking helped a lot. I would say
Yeah.
like drinking helped a lot to like loosen up and like not be so like, oh man, this guy's here, right?
Yeah.
Just along the lines of, this is a good person, and it's changed from 3 years,
Right.
which makes it so much better. And just yeah, man, the attitude meeting Zach for the second time was so much better because I knew I changed as a person, and I knew that like I was never really accepted, and just generally as a person, when it came to like friends or friend groups or even sports. Like I was always the slow. I wasn't always slow. I ran a 4.940 in 2014. Now,
Race.
yeah, right. I fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, it was really quick. Like that was when I lost all the weight. Like I don't know. I was going for like 40. I did 40 reps of, or like 45 reps of like 135 for like the bench contest or some shit. I don't know. I was doing a lot of shit, right? Uh, Bikini, we know. I need to add commands. We get this. You're ruining a moment. No, so like, I don't know. Like, I knew I changed as a person. Um, I ruined it. I'm sorry. I went in like knowing that I knew because I wasn't really accepted places that like I should accept everyone, that as I went through like design school, my mind opened to so many things. No, I didn't add them yet, Pauline. I can add them later. I just forgot to. I'm not going to JavaScript, Jade. I'll do one 2-minute segment. All right, I'll do 2-minute segment. But basically, like, I didn't. My brain waves have changed. My thought process changed to like people in general. So like it allowed me to accept Zach for like what he was, and not, or like the now Zach, not like what he was before, right?
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, man. I'm really happy. Like
I am too.
I'm happy this kid has become part of my friend group, because I can tell you that like between me being chaotic neutral, Chris being chaotic evil, and you being chaotic good, it's the perfect combination. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's literally, it's a fantastic combination because we all balance each other out.
Yeah.
Zach and I balance each other a lot more than he thinks. Uh, because when I'm having a bad day, Zach's like, "You're having a bad day." I'm like, "Yep." It's like, "All right, cool. We're all having a bad day. Stop being sad." And hands me a beer. It's
Stupidity cancels out
stupidity
depression.
cures depression.
Yeah.
It is
Then we'll
literally
spitball
called.
stupid theories for like
Oh my
2
god, dude.
hours.
You have no idea how much that like helps. It's just like
Oh.
the freaking. All right, so I go on this first date. This is a very side story. I go on the first date with this girl, and they text me. Uh, they text me. Uh, they text
Forgot.
me and go. All right, so if a horse is pregnant with another horse, right? Is it 2 horsepower because of 2 horses? And so like just having friends that do that kind of shit, and then I FaceTime them, and like with this girl, uh, with this girl, and we went, even her and I went back and forth with them about like how that works, uh, and how it's not real, or if it is real. I asked you about downwind, like how are they running, but like stupid shit like that cures depression, man. I promise you. If I was a therapist, I'd literally just ask him stupid questions. Like, is Bermuda Triangle really a triangle?
Why is it named after Bermuda when there's
Right.
3 points?
What the
Why is it only
hell's
1 point?
what the hell's Bermuda? What is a
Bermuda's a
Bermuda? No,
place.
I don't believe it.
It is.
I
What do
don't
you
believe
mean?
it. I don't believe it. Okay, so yeah,
Oh,
see, Chris, right? It is 2 horsepower. The horse is faster than if it was not pregnant. Mini
yeah.
horse increases the total horsepower of the mama horse, right? So, like,
Yeah.
conversations like this that make absolutely no sense, right? They make sense if you think about it, but, like, if you were to
That
hear
makes
it,
total sense. What do you mean?
like Courtney does, which is Zach's fiance, just
Poor
rolls her eyes every time we do some stupid shit like this.
Gord.
It literally, oh God, it makes me so happy because like I can do stupid shit, and everybody just hypes up the stupid shit, right? It doesn't change.
I think it's funny because like either me or you will say a stupid idea, but Fairchild will say a stupid action,
Yeah.
and that's when I have to stop it. Fuck. Fairchild will say something like that can get us in trouble, and sometimes you'll go with it. I'm like, wait,
Right.
just stop for a second.
Right. So he hits the notes of like. Right, that's what I'm saying, Jade. The mama horse
No,
will waste
Jade.
horsepower.
Jade.
We're not gonna get into
Jade.
this. We're not gonna get into this.
No, 1 second. Okay, look. Fairchild, I'll get you in a second. Jade, have you not heard of like mom instincts, like when you're pregnant or you have your child, that like some moms are able to like lift cars and like run faster. That's what's gonna happen with the horse. It's gonna be running and it's gonna think it's in danger because horse instincts and whatnot, and equine, right? And I butchered that fucking word.
What the hell's an esquine?
I tried to say a fancy word for horse and I butchered it. And it's gonna run faster.
I agree, Jade. You need to know the whole horsepower of the mom horse in order to calculate it. But anyway, we're not going to go down this path because people in chat are not going to know what the hell's going on.
Fair enough.
God damn it. No.
Okay, all right. I'm ignoring the chat. Right. Yes.
I'm about to turn chat off. Chris is about to be banned. But yeah, so like stuff like in chat, what's happening, right? We do this, but we like sit on couches and drink beer. So like the stupid shit all these people hear me do, and like even now, like the people that may listen to this, yeah, this is definitely the shenanigans section of tonight's topic. The people that are gonna listen to this on Spotify, maybe, if they do, awesome. Because yeah, if you were stuck on a desert, hold on, I'm gonna ask this question in a second, Zach, and we're gonna see what happens. Nobody respond in chat. I want to announce it, but like. People are gonna hear this and be like, "What the hell's going on?" But welcome to the show. That's what this show's about, right? It's like a sidetrack, right? All right. So this is the question: if you were stuck on a desert island, only a mound of sand and a tree, with a monkey and a fish, which of you would die last, and what is the reason? Wait, you're talking about me, like chaotic, good, neutral, and evil, right? So Chris, Zach, and Larry.
With a fish, monkey, and tree?
I think I'd survive the longest.
I'm out. I'm first out.
I'm pretty resourceful.
I'm first out. I'm literally like, guys, look, listen to me, alright? I'm gonna do this thing, and y'all can eat me. I'm okay with it.
Zach's the giving friend, and Chris is like, we're eating him. And I'm like, wait, where's the logic?
Fairchild's gonna be like, I like his idea. There's a volcano around. We can cook him.
Yeah, that would be me. It's like, where's the fire?
And like, not out of malice either. It won't because like he's like mean about it. He'll just be like, "This is a good idea. Wait a second."
Yeah, I mean, it's our friendship, Sarah. Welcome.
Larry will be like, "But there's a fish, and that tree might have a coconut that we can use."
Yeah, it would literally.
No.
It would literally be like, there's a coconut of the tree. We split it in half. We scoop some of the inside out. We take the coconut water and put it in the other half of the coconut, so we save it, right? We take the meat from Zach. We put it over a fire. We take the coconut and we set it on hot rocks so that it boils the coconut water, and we put the meat in so that the meat isn't so bad, right? And then we take the fish and we smoke it in the palm tree leaves so that you get a little bit, and then you can coat it with the coconut water. And you also have coconut shavings that you can spread on top.
Now, Sarah, the thing is I've seen a documentary of a monkey ripping off a woman's face. I'm not gonna touch that monkey. That monkey can live its life.
Oh, I forgot about the monkey. The monkey's just a friend. Monkey just hangs out.
I'm scared of monkeys.
I'm not. Monkeys are chill. We're monkeys.
I don't know. Monkeys. Again, I've seen pictures of a woman's face after a monkey attack.
Jesus, dude. This is the shenanigans. Welcome.
I know that's like disgusting, but look,
I'll tell you at some point, this podcast may move into a point where we have 3 hosts, and we may just be me, Zach, and Chris. I like being alone sometimes with this, but it could get real crazy if we just have me, Zach, and Chris go crazy. Just go crazy with some beer.
We'd have to have topics.
Oh, yeah. We'd have to talk about wild shit. But, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think this worked out, man. I think we're gonna end it. I think we're gonna end it soon.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What 2-hour mark?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're almost there, so we only got 3 minutes.
I've enjoyed this time. I've enjoyed the whole interaction with all the chat too.
Yeah, the chat made it way easier. Yeah. So I think next week we'll do like another episode. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have Zach back. Maybe I'll have Chris. Maybe I'll have both of them. Maybe I'll have someone else. Um, we can raid. I don't really know how to do it. I don't know who to raid. So there's that. If you want to suggest somebody to raid who's streaming, I think like Justin's streaming, right? So we could probably raid them if somebody's got the command that can do it. We could raid Hugh. That's fine. If somebody can drop the link, I'll go ahead and raid them. But yeah, Zach, it's been a pleasure, dude. It's been a pleasure having you on here.
I've been a pleasure being on here.
Yeah.
I'd like to say one last thing, just to everyone here, just tell someone that you care and you love them today, because
Yeah.
it's important, especially in these type of times.
It is important. It's very important. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think it's what !raid, right? I think that's how it works. You're a mod. Go ahead and raid them. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, definitely tell somebody you love them today. I think I like it. I like the way that, I like the way to end it like that. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody you love them. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna go raid Hugh. Y'all go give him a follow. Remember, if you do !Zach, SZACH, you can go ahead and follow Zach. Go give him some love, because we want to blow up his channel too. All right, y'all have a good night. Thanks for listening. We will be back next Sunday at 6 p.m. See y'all later.